Hello, my name is Rodrigo. I am the developer of PSG Compass, and in this video I'm going to show you how the Scale Finder mode works. As we saw on the video for Chord Finder, you can come to the Scale Finder mode by clicking on the button Find Scales for the chord that we just found in Chord Finder. But in this video we're gonna just look at scales individually, excuse me, and how they are found in the menu and how you can see the chords of the scale, so you can start working on your knowledge about relationships between scales and chords. So let's look for a scale. Let's say I will look for a scale. Let's choose we can choose different root. Let's say I choose a G root, and we can see the scales. We have up to 127 different scales. They are divided by families. So we have the major modes: Ionian, Dorian, Phrygian, Lydian, etc. And you can see down here we have the 7 chords that this scale has. In this case, G Ionian has the 1 chord is G major, A minor is the 2, B minor is the 3, etc. So the idea is that we can click on these buttons to hear the scale with the chord in context. So G major with the 1 chord, but let's say a G major with the 4 chord, over the 5 chord, or the 1. You can see the Dorian, for example, it tells me it's G Dorian, it's relative to F Ionian, it's its second mode. We can hear it over any of the 7 chords of the scale. The Phrygian is the third mode of E flat Ionian, etc. No? So it will help us also to understand the relationship with scales and their modes. We have the melodic minor modes, harmonic minor modes, the Barry-Harris scales. These are 8-note scales. We have the 4 basic harmonic Barry-Harris scales and bebop scales. We can see the intervals, just as in chord finder mode. We can see them as symbols or as interval names. And we have many scales. This video would be too long to show you and how each one of them sounds, but each one has all the modes of in this case, the Hungarian minor, the Romanian major modes, and each scale has its own name and its own info, so you can see a little bit of info about the scale, no? So this is an exotic and energetic Romanian folk dance scale, like a little bit of cultural history of the scales. There are many scales, some quite known, some quite obscure. We have the pentatonic scales, symmetrical scales. We have the whole tone, half whole and whole half diminished scales, the pentatonics with its 5 different modes, the blues with its 6 different modes, as it's a 6-note scale, and some other exotic scales. So let's say, for example, to go simple, let's say I choose G Ionian. Let's accept this one. And we can see all the chords of the scale of G Ionian. And here in the diagram we can see all the notes of the scale in the fretboard in a span of 12 frets. We can choose to engage the pedals of the copyright that we have selected. No, so every pedal will change the notes on each string, and we can hear the scales in a harmonic context. We can choose to display or not the intervals to make it cleaner if we want. We can click on individual notes to hear them. You can choose the direction, the speed, and of how the scale is played when we click on the chords. So let's say, for example, I choose random. Or down up. We can change the volume of the scale or the volume of the chord played behind it. And we can export to PDF. It will export the full diagram. So let me show you an example. We have the scale here. We can see a preview and also as well choose to show or not the intervals and export it. Let's say I'll export it with that. Same. Okay. And here is a screenshot of that export. And that's about it for the Scale Finder mode. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you and see you in the next video.